Hey everybody, it's Mike Frieder here with On-Call Compliance Solutions, and I'm back with another compliance tip of the week. Today we're talking about DFARS, NIST SP 800-171, and CMMC. Why you can't just go schedule a CMMC certification assessment, with a C3 PAO without being professionally prepared. So hey, if you're a defense contractor who's feeling overwhelmed, tired, and alone, trying to understand all of this DFARS, NIST SP 800-171, and CMMC compliance stuff, I've got great news for you. You found your home here at On-Call Compliance Solutions, where we can help you transform into your company's on-call compliance hero. Let's jump into it. So you've heard about CMMC certification, and maybe you're thinking, great, let's just schedule an assessment and get this done. Well, all I can say is, whoa up there, pony, because unfortunately, if you are a defense company going for CMMC Level 2 certification to win or renew an agreement for defense work, it's not quite that simple. So let's saddle up and I'll tell you why. Pony up to the bar? I don't know. Get a drink? Who knows? Hey, you know what? You're just being entertained by me right now, so a beer sounds like a really great idea. Hey, look, you set the scope, not the assessor, okay? In CMMC assessments, you, not the assessor, define the scope of what's being evaluated. So this means you have to know exactly where controlled and classified information is stored, processed, or transmitted in your environment before they even show up. For sure, before you actually drop coin and spend money on an assessment. Your scope can make or break the entire thing before it begins, so some professional guidance here is critical. Believe me, I know, we've failed scopes before. You need to address in advance everything including external service providers, cloud providers, etc., and know how that is going to affect your assessment and what you need to be prepared for. Think about it. If you've got a tech support company that's got access at an administrator level to your system, they've got to be scoped in. Yikes! If your team hasn't nailed down your CUI flow control notes and clearly mapped out your system, you're inviting chaos. An assessor won't help you figure this out during the assessment. They'll just document the gaps and failures. Well, they won't even really do that. They'll just say the control's not met and move on. Literally, they are required to only tell you if you are met or not met on the controls, and they cannot advise otherwise. How frustrating is that? Find me a brick wall to bang my head into. Think of it like hiring a mechanic to inspect your car if you've left out the engine. Well, they're going to write that up as a problem. Now, documentation is king. Here's a secret. CMMC isn't just about having security measures in place. Believe me, I know. It's about providing it with written policies, plans, and records. Without a polished system security plan and a detailed plan of action and milestones, you're dead in the water. But more importantly, you gotta have all of the policies, standard operating procedures, and documentation of your system ready to roll. I mean, I gotta tell you, we're probably putting out 30 to 40 policies for every client we work with. Geez, that's a lot. Remember, assessors can't assume you're secure just because everything looks good. They need documentation because the documentation is their verification. That's how the government works. Finalized, approved, and ready to go. And by the way, they're going to look for examples that it's been in place for a while. So you can't really go and write this thing the week before. It's not going to work. All right, testing your environment. A CMMC assessment isn't just a show and tell. It's a show, prove, and explain. Assessors will test your controls and interview your team. If your staff isn't prepared to answer key questions like how do you handle incident response, well, you're going to run into trouble. Imagine walking into school exam and you've never studied for. Well, there's really no faking it. You're just going to fail the exam. Now, the cost of failure is very high. Here's a harsh reality. If your assessment fails because you weren't prepared, you don't just get a redo the next day. Okay? You could be looking at major delays like months and months, lost contracts, and a reputation hit. I mean, it took us a year to get assessed by the Department of Defense. Literally, we waited a year for it. All right. And by the way, assessments aren't cheap. So failing means you just paid tens of thousands of dollars, or in some cases for mid and large size companies, even over $100,000 for someone to tell you that you failed and not even tell you what you didn't do right. Serious money and months, if not years of time are on the line to getting this right. So why professional preparation changes the game? This is where On-Call Compliance Solutions can be your secret weapon. Our virtual compliance officer service walks you step by step through everything from defining your scope to ensuring your team is ready for that assessment day. All right, beyond just getting compliant, now we have getting ready for assessment. We help you build a solid compliance foundation, comprehensive gap analysis to identify problem areas, done-for-you policies and procedures to meet the controls, hands-on training so your team knows how to handle tricky situations and questions. And trust me, walking into an assessment with confidence beats scrambling to explain why something is, well, sort of done, but not really. And I can't really quite find that example right now. And ugh. So, at the end of the day, there's two ways you can do it. You can try to do it yourself, but obviously we here at On-Call are huge proponents. Just like we do ourselves, we go out and hire consultants all the time to help us do the things we need to do in business. we are a huge proponent of you hiring the best in the business, which is On-Call, to help you through this incredibly tricky process. And at On-Call, that is exactly what we do. We take defense contractors just like you who have had this DFARS, NIST, CMMC, ITAR, and EAR information security compliance stuff dropped in their laps like a seal on a sunny day. And we teach you how to level up and be a proper On-Call compliance hero for your company, eliminating gaps, gray areas, and getting this solved, all while showing you how to leverage compliance as your secret weapon to land more defense work with higher profit margins. Now that's what becoming an On-Call compliance hero can do for you. If you're looking for more help getting compliant, our compliance experts are always on call for you. Visit cmmccompliancesecrets.com or check out the description below to get help and links right now. There are links that can get you help. You can get help right now, you just got to call us. Or even better, just go follow the links below and do one of those self-schedule things that we love so much. You'll pop right onto one of our certified compliance experts' calendars, and then they can just dive in and start helping, and it's really easy. So if you love the content we're putting out here for you, help us out with a big thumbs up on that like button, or even better, smash the subscribe button to get the latest compliance content as soon as our compliance nerds roll it out. That's right, baby. Until the next compliance tip, my friends, stay safe and secure out there, and hit us in the comments below to let us know what you'd like to know more about when it comes to information security and compliance. I'll see you on the next one.